and welcome to Durham, North Carolina, where we have another top 20 matchup between the Virginia Cavaliers and the Duke Blue Devils here in Smith Family Stadium in Durham. Let's take a look at the ACC standings before we get this show on the road. Top, Florida State, the perennial powerhouse, followed behind who we will see here tonight, 19th ranked Duke, followed by the 17th ranked Virginia Cavaliers. We welcome you to the booth. My name is Rain Wilson, joined by my former teammate and partner, All-American Deja Davis. Deja, when you look at these two teams, how they match up, what jumps off the paper at you?
This weekend, I'm looking at offense. I mean, both of these teams are putting up a lot of runs right now, and so I think we're in for a show this weekend. They are finding ways to score. For Duke right now, it's been Tyrena Jones. She is on fire for them in the last 4 games, 6 for 15, 3 home runs, and 6 RBI. She had a huge 7th inning for the Duke Blue Devils to take the series against Stanford, leading it off with the solo shot and walking it off with a 3-run blast.
Tyrena Jones, and on the other side of things, Macy Eaton, the slugger for the Virginia Cavaliers.
Macy Eaton is another one that the Cavaliers are going to look at to lead their lineup and find ways to produce runs this weekend. Eaton is leading their team in batting average. She is batting .564 in ACC play, which is second for the ACC. 20 RBIs. She is having a stellar year.
Yeah, Eaton is a part of a really stellar lineup. 1 through 9, they are pretty darn good.
Absolutely, and their top of the lineup has a lot of veterans in it, and they look to them to get them going, scoring a lot of runs. Jade Hilton, 40 runs on this season. She is 5 shy of the program record, so she is also someone else to keep your eye out for this weekend.
And to the circle we go, we see the redshirt freshman, Ava Bradshaw, takes a softball for Duke.
Yeah, Ava Bradshaw for Duke, a redshirt freshman. She's going to live in the high 60s, has a curve to both sides, and stays up in the zone. She uses her changeup not often, and we're going to look to her to work ahead in counts and try to eliminate the free passes for this Duke pitching staff.
Yeah, you said it, Deja. She's going to have to work ahead early, especially against a hitter like Jade Hilton. You saw that number, 5 away from the program record for the senior in the leadoff spot for the Cavaliers. The 1-1 is the off speed, paints the outside corner, 1-2 the count.
Yeah, I love that pitch by Bradshaw. That is painting the corner beautifully. Good job by Kyrie Rodriguez back there to get the strike as well.
1-2 the count. Called strike 3. 4 pitches, 1 out. Ava Bradshaw punches out the All-American Jade Hilton.
This is huge for the Duke Blue Devils. Gets her looking on this, again, painting the outside corner right there. I love that pitch. And Ava Bradshaw is pumped, getting her defense pumped behind her.
A huge out for this Duke team early in this series and in this ball game. First pitch misses away, 1-0 to Cassidy Hudson, another senior in this lineup. The 1-0 pitch painted down the middle, 1-1 the count to Hudson. The senior out of Chesapeake, Virginia, one of 5 seniors of the Commonwealth class. Coach Joanna Hardin for this Virginia team loves to recruit within Virginia. This one slapped foul down the left side, 1-2 the count.
And I love that. I'm sure the families of the players love it. It's fun to play close to friends and family and getting the fans out there to the game. So that's really awesome from Coach Hardin to do that.
One, two, 1 out. Here's the pitch from Bradshaw, low and away. Evens up the count, 2-2. Being a Virginia native myself and talking to Coach Hardin, not a Virginia native, but look at what she has done at the helm of this program. 3 straight 30-win seasons, having their best start in program history in 2026. The 2-2 misses inside, we run full. Here is the payoff pitch. Chop it over to the right side. It's Stafford, the freshman, who taps on the bag to get out number 2, dealing with the sun, which, Deja, I know can be difficult at Smith Family Softball Stadium.
Smith Family Softball Stadium can be brutal with the sun, but I like the way Stafford takes her time. She's about to come up and charge on it a little bit, but she realizes she needs to wait on that hop to get to her to make that play.
She'll pass the bat to Macy Eaton, who we've highlighted, batting .564 in ACC play. .491 through 34 games. The senior has been pretty darn good. Excuse me, the junior. She's got another year.
Wow. I'm sure Coach Harden's glad for that.
Yeah, 1,300 OPS, and you look at the numbers throughout Eaton's career, and it's been nothing short of amazing. Serious development year over year. As the 1-0 pitch misses down and in.
And I think her most impressive stat for me is how little she strikes out. I think she is seeing the ball well, and I think that shows in her batting average this year.
Yeah, to that point, Deja, only 3 punch-outs for Macy Eaton so far in this season. Great plate discipline, a key part of this lineup. And when you circle an athlete, I know Virginia has a few of them, but Macy Eaton feels like the cream of the crop of who we will not let beat us if you're trying to pitch against her. Here's the 2-1, foul back. Ava Bradshaw trying to go inside one more time against Eaton.
Yeah, and Eden's a tough hitter to pitch to. I think a lot of it has to do with her eye, right? She makes the pitchers bring the ball into the strike zone for her, and she's able to capitalize on it when it gets there.
The 2-2 misses in, and it count runs full again. And when you talk about this Virginia offense, one thing they do well too is they work counts. Can you speak to how critical that is early in games?
That is super huge. I mean, when you are at the top of the lineup, your job is to try and work the count. It gives your teammates in the dugout on the on-deck circle time to see what the pitcher has. And when you're in the dugout, you should be acting like you're up to bat, right? You're learning from your teammates in front of you so that when you get up to bat, you're not surprised by what you're seeing.
You're exactly right, and work the count she does. Eaton, her 12th free pass, and she will hand it off to Bella Cabral, a junior, in the cleanup spot for the Hoos. First pitch strike on the outside corner. 2 outs, runner on first base here for Bella Cabral, who smiles at what she might have thought was a ball from our home plate umpire, Alex Leap. I've been there before.
Haven't we all?
Here's the 0-1. Up and in, drilled out to left side. Tyrena Jones grabs it. Duke out of the inning, no blemishes. We see the top 2, Deanna Jennings and Amina Vega, when we come back. To the bottom of the first we go. 0-0 ball game. The Duke Blue Devils starting lineup highlighted by Jessica Oakland.
Yeah, Jessica Oakland has been a welcomed new face to the Duke lineup this year. They missed her a little bit early in the season, but she is really holding out that third spot in the lineup for them following a really powerful duo in Deanna Jennings and Amina Vega in the 1 and 2 spots.
Yeah, you can't pitch around Deanna Jennings when you have Jess Oakland to deal with, and Courtney Lane hasn't pitched around many folks so far this year. The senior is having a career year.
Courtney Lane, her ERA is second in the ACC, and she leads this Virginia staff with the best ERA in the ACC. She'll have a little 73 inning pitch, so she has the most of the workload for them, and she's developed every year. She's gotten better.
You're exactly right, having the best year so far, 82 punch-outs, only 15 free passes. Here's the first pitch, lefty on lefty matchup. It's ball 1 as we look at the scouting report.
Yeah, for Courtney Lane, she has a rise, a change, and a drop, so she moves a lot vertically through the zone. She'll live in the 60 to 65 mile per hour, but her spin is what really is the game changer.
This one chopped over left side to Hilton, over to Eaton. First out is made, and a big one to get Deanna Jennings off the base path.
Yes, Deanna Jennings wreaks havoc on the base path, so if you can keep her off, that's a good day. She does a good job of bouncing this ball. It's just let her use her speed a little bit, but Virginia is all over that at shortstop.
It doesn't get any easier, though. Amina Vega, the senior, steps up to the plate for this Duke team. Curveball taps off the glove of Lane. She sticks with it, but not in time to get the speedy Vega. Base hit.
And sometimes that's all you have to do is put the ball on the ground and make something happen here. Amina Vega, not necessarily a barrel, but just enough to make Lane have to reach up. She can't get to it, and gives her enough time to get to first safely.
This one dribbled away. Vega goes for second and then retreats back to first. Great job by Reagan Hickey behind the plate to corral that one.
Yeah, and Amina Vega, she hesitates a little bit on going to second here. What we would like to see is as the ball is low, she sees it low and just takes off there.
This one's rolled up the middle. It's a single for Oakland. Vega around second will stay put. And it's back-to-back singles for the Blue Devils. Both of which ground balls.
Yeah, again, not doing a ton with this ball, but I love the way that Jess Oakland just goes down and shoots it right back up the middle, not trying to do too much with that pitch.
This one floated out to right, foul. Tyrena Jones, the grad student transfer from Purdue. You know, we talked about Jess Oakland, we talked about Amina Vega, but the senior Jones might be the hottest hitter in the ACC right now. This one, up and out of play. Lane trying to go up and in against Jones. 0-2 count here, knowing what Lane has. Where are you going with this pitch?
Well, I'm not going near the strike zone against Jones right now. I think I'm going to try and make her chase something, maybe see something that's not as quick as my other stuff, like an off speed.
And off speed it is, down and away. Strike 3, swinging. Lane, her first punch out, and a big one. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, this is a great pitch by Lane. Gets Tyrena Jones to really reach for that. It was never close to the strike zone, but the off speed, it gives it the look, and Tyrena Jones swings and misses on it.
The senior lefty will face the sophomore lefty, Layla Lamar. Right fielder for this Duke team. As many folks know, the daughter of head coach Marissa Young, transferred in from Florida this year and is having a wonderful year as well. This one dribbled out to the right side. And the Hoos will get out of the jam. We head to the second, tied up at 0. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Durham. We are scoreless through one in this top 20 matchup. Duke, a couple grounded ball singles through the infield in the bottom half of the first. Virginia, nothing to show for their top half. But Kelsey Hackett, the senior left fielder for this Hoos team, is having a career year as well, and she will look to get things going here in the top of the second.
Top of the second, left fielder number 1, Kelsey Hackett.
And Hackett here is a part of the top of this lineup as well that are full of seniors and juniors. And so, again, we look to them to lead this Virginia offense.
This one drilled through the left side. Hackett with the single to get things going for the Hoos. You mentioned a senior, a veteran, a leader for this team, and leads off the second with a single.
Yeah, this pitch is left middle by Bradshaw, and Hackett just gets enough of it to push it through the left side of the infield and get that leadoff batter on, which is huge for the Cavaliers.
This one fouled back by Alex Call, the sophomore infielder from Bradenton, Florida.
Got a lot more playing opportunities this year, a lot more at-bats, and she's putting on a show for it.
This one hacked at. Bradshaw comes back after the single, fills up the zone, 0-2 the count. When talking to Coach Harden a bunch this year about how she's developed her program, she really leans into that development of her non-starters, which you can see in the progression of all of these athletes 1 through 9. Just because they might not have had playing time in their freshman year or maybe didn't play well, the sophomore, junior, senior seasons can look incredibly different.
Definitely, and I think Alex Call here is a good example of that with what she's doing her sophomore year compared to freshman.
The 1-2 pitch just misses away. Good eye by the sophomore Alex Call. Ava Bradshaw, a sophomore in her own right academically, a redshirt freshman in terms of eligibility, wanted that one. Here is the 2-2. Low and away. The count runs full. The third time in the first 5 hitters that these Hoos have worked that count full. Ava Bradshaw at 25 pitches so far.
Yeah, the Cavaliers are doing a good job of getting deep into these counts early on in this game.
Here is the payoff pitch. Drill to the right side, Vega gloves it. Not enough time to go for Hackett at first out of the inning, but good contact for the sophomore Call.
Yeah, Call got a good look at this ball, just right into Amina Vega's glove. Again, probably left a little too middle by Bradshaw, but Amina Vega's positioned perfectly for this line drive right at her.
And I think a good decision there to hold on to that ball. I think a lot of young second basemen might just go out and try to get the double play, but good patience there by the senior. As the first pitch is the strike to Hannah Wisemore, the freshman DP. This one flown back, foul ball. And again, Bradshaw getting ahead.
Yeah, Bradshaw is doing a great job of getting ahead of these Cavaliers. Hannah Wisemore batting .215 on the year as the DP, and so we'll see what she can do here.
Here is the 0-2. Up and away, ball 1. This one just missed away. Bradshaw and the Duke faithful here at Smith Family Softball Stadium wanted that.
Yeah, Bradshaw wanted this pitch. Paints the corner really nice. It's in the river right there. That's a tough pitch not to swing at.
2-2 the count, 1 out, runner on first base. This one, same spot. This time drilled out to center. Vega makes the catch. On the run this time. What a play by the All-American.
I mean, Amina Vega is probably as good as it gets as second baseman. in college softball. Ava Bradshaw does a good job hitting that corner again, but gets Weismer to bite on this one. And Amina Vega, just a great drop step, jumps in the air to get that reach and make the play for the Duke Blue Devils.
Here is Reagan Hickey, the sophomore catcher. 2 outs, runner on first base. That's Kelsey Hackett, who drilled a single through the 5-6 hole. The freshman Hickey is one of the few underclassmen in this lineup who's really proven herself.
Definitely, and 7 home runs on the year as a freshman is also impressive.
Hackett, in case you're wondering, 8 for 8 on the year in stolen bases. Reagan Hickey, the 8th spot in the order. Not necessarily an opportune time, but Hackett with speed. This one swung through for strike 2. Ava Bradshaw firing up the infield.
I love what Ava Bradshaw is doing right now. She's working away to a lot of these Virginia right-handed hitters, and so there's definitely a game plan coming into this game, and she's executing it.
Well, here is the 1-2 to Hickey. Off the plate, expands the zone from the pitch before. 2-2 the count. Good take by the sophomore. Here is the 2-2. Up and back pick by Rodriguez. Hackett back in time. Trying to keep the senior honest at first base.
Yeah, I like the decision by Rodriguez to make the throw over to first base. The pitch brings her high, so she's already standing. She has an open look to first because there's not a lefty batter, and so I like that decision there.
This one drilled out to left side, gobbled up by Oakland, who throws it over to Stafford. Duke out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the second. 0-0 ball game in this top 20 matchup.
In the top of the second inning,
A beautiful Thursday evening here on Easter weekend. The crowd looking ferocious again here at Smith Family Softball Stadium. We are through 1.5 0-0 ball game in a top 20 matchup between two of the best in the ACC. What could you want more, DJ?
Nothing.
Change up first pitch to KK Mathis, the redshirt junior DP. This is a nasty one from the senior.
It absolutely is. When you get batters to swing and miss at a ball that's never really in the strike zone, I know from experience that's a nasty pitch.
Tries to tunnel the pitch with a drop ball or maybe curveball inside there. 1-1 the count. Mathis does not bite. Here's the 1-1. Ball down in the dirt. What a night for KK Mathis against Campbell. We're used to seeing her as a utility player and play kind of different positions, but she actually got in the circle.
Yeah, she jumped in there and maybe getting a bit of her a taste of her own medicine with the off speed.
Yeah, KK Mathis, the James Madison transfer, has been a weapon for this team across the board. Typically in clutch, KK clutch moments offensively, but also now in the circle. As this one off the outside edge. First strike on a changeup, then 4 straight balls. KK Mathis takes the free pass, the first walk of the evening for Courtney Lane. And it'll be Kyrie Rodriguez, the catcher, redshirt junior, with 1 on, nobody out here in the bottom of the second. This one painted. Great frame job there by Reagan Hickey, the redshirt freshman behind the plate and the dish. Let me take a look.
No, I definitely agree. I think this strike call is all Reagan Hickey. It's a little low. Maybe right at the bottom of the strike zone, but she does a great job framing that up.
This one drilled out to left center field, has a chance, and it's gone! Kyrie Rodriguez with the line drive bomb, her 5th of the year. Duke takes the 2-run lead.
Yeah, Kyrie Rodriguez does not miss on this pitch. It's not a bad pitch by Courtney Lane. Kyrie Rodriguez just does a better job of going down with her legs and getting under that ball to hit it out of the park.
Well, and DJ, I think there's an element there of the righties talking about what they're getting, the diet of pitches they're getting. Is it the drop ball down and in, working left to right with that sweeping motion? And it looked like Rodriguez prepared for that one. Duke takes the lead here in the bottom of the second against one of the best pitchers in the ACC in Courtney Lane. Looks like it's a dead ball hit by pitch. Stafford, the freshman, looked a little bit surprised by that, and I think head coach Joanna Hardin's going to have a conversation with her staff and potentially the home plate umpire, Alex Lee.
Yeah, let's see. Stafford might have thought she got hit in the hands here, or on the knob. Looks like, yeah, got her hand there. But, you know, as a batter, as a competitor, you don't want to just be given first base. You know, she wants to be in there and swinging away. She's missed a little bit of time with the Duke Blue Devils, and so I'm sure she's excited to be out there, and she wants to hit.
Yeah, you know, that's one way to look at it. See, I would swap that and say on-base percentage matters a lot, and I would act like my hand's broken. I'd fall to the ground. But no, I totally understand the competitive nature of both as we see a pinch runner, Ariel Kruger for the Duke Blue Devils.
Lorraine, I think I've been there for a few of your dramatic moments.
Hey now.
26, Evelyn Matthews.
It's Addie Matthews, the freshman in the 9th spot for Duke. Shows bunt, misses it. Strike 1 on the freshman. Marissa Young choosing to put some speed on first base with Kruger, and then choosing to potentially move a runner over, as it looks like Bella Cabral, the third baseman for UVA, playing tight in. The Tallahassee, Florida native has had a great start in her freshman campaign. A couple key clutch hits. Backs against the wall has been huge for this Duke team.
And you love to see it at the bottom of the lineup as well.
This one drilled out to right. Has a chance, and it's caught! Jaden Griffith, the freshman who makes the play. Wow, freshman on freshman. The soft smile followed by the big smile.
Yeah, Matthews does a good job going oppo with this pitch that catches a lot of the white, but Jaden Griffith, a great back step, battling the sun and that big reach, not afraid to get into the wall, and makes the catch there for the Cavaliers.
lefty on lefty matchup again as Deanna Jennings, top of the lineup, comes back around here in the bottom of the second with 1 out. What a catch, and 190 down to the right field, left field line. So not a hit that you'd think has a chance, but Jaden Griffith against the warning track. This one drilled up the middle. Deanna Jennings, her first hit of the day. Ariel Kruger advances to second base, and Duke has something cooking again.
Has something cooking, and at the top of the lineup, which is critical for them. Deanna Jennings takes this inside middle pitch and drives it right back up the middle. I love her swing. It's so smooth and easy, and just line drive right back up the middle to get this Duke offense going.
Yeah, DJ, it reminds me of you in that it makes it look way too easy to be so good.
Too kind.
And so does Amina Vega. 1 out, popped up to the left side. Dealing with the sun is Hilton, but comes on as Kelsey Hackett, who makes the play, getting Amina Vega out. That is a huge out for this Virginia defense.
That is a huge out, and I love the communication right there between Hackett and Hilton to let her know that Hackett had a better probably sight on it, wasn't battling the sun as much maybe, and makes that catch.
Here's Jess Oakland, a single in the first, a dribbler up the middle for the redshirt junior, batting .400 on the year, 32 RBI, and look at that on-base percentage, just shy of .500. One and one the count. Here were 2 outs in the bottom of the second. It was a Kyrie Rodriguez bomb that gave Duke the lead, but Jess Oakland here with a chance to do more damage. Backdoor curveball catches the outside edge. 1 and 2.
Yeah, let's see that pitch by Lane. It's a great spot. Breaks late over the plate back into the strike zone to get Oakland looking on that.
Here is the 1-2 from Lane. Dribble down the left side. Oakland battles that pitch off. She is so good in these moments where she gets behind in the count potentially, but then she's able to battle until she gets the right pitch. And on the other side of things, Lane's so good at expanding the zone, tunneling pitches, making it very difficult as a hitter.
This is a fun matchup to watch.
Lane follows up the off speed with some heat. Up, maybe not in or out, but middle. Nonetheless, can you speak to slowing a hitter down to then speed them up?
Yeah, I mean, the changeup makes all the difference, right? It changes your feel, your timing, and so then to come back with the fast stuff is good. She comes back with it there again.
Yeah, I mean, just how difficult it is, low and away, off speed, to then match that with up and in with speed. Those are the two ends of the spectrum. Lane is trying to hit both right now against Oakland. Here is the 2-2, 2 outs. Drilled into center field, it's Oakland, 2 for 2 on the day. It goes to third, Deanna Jennings, out. We'll take a look, and it's Alex Leap who says no run is scored. Cassidy Hudson, the senior, with a huge play to get the out at third before Ariel Kruger could score. We'll take a look at this one.
Great tag, good throw to get the out over at third.
And how about the call by Alex Sleep, the home plate umpire, right on top of it? Deanna Jennings, if she gets tagged before Kruger touches home, and you got to think too, is she sprinting through?
Yeah.
Is she sprinting to home?
It doesn't look like it. Looks like Kruger lets up right there, and
we're challenging the play at third for possible obstruction and the timing play for the runner tagging at home.
so we're getting a challenge right here of obstruction at third. But what you really want to see as a base runner, right? If that run scores before the out is made, the run counts for the Duke Blue Devils. So no matter what, you don't know what's going on behind you, right? So you need to be 2 outs, 2 bases, running hard through home, because maybe that run counts.
Yeah, and it's a good learning moment for Ariel Kruger, the base runner, and also, honestly, a good learning moment for Deanna Jennings. That play was in front of her. You can't run into an out there. as we get a look at this. So they're looking at, not only are they looking at when the tag was placed relative to Kruger being home, but also obstruction. Now that word for softball fans out there makes your hair on the back of your neck stand up. Me too. The rule has changed, and I think the way it's developed into this year has been solid.
Yeah, we're looking to see if Cabral gives Deanna Jennings a path to the base, if I'm remembering right. Right, the ball can lead her into it, but I don't think it does.
So the rule has been adjusted. Except we're doing some Control F on our rule book as we, oh, perfect, look at our team. If a defensive player, while not in possession of the ball, does the following: blocks any part of the leading edge of first, second, or third, or home plate, blocks the runner from advancing. A player will not be called, though, for obstruction if they are in possession of the ball or if they're making a legitimate reaction to the trajectory of the ball after it is thrown.
Right, so it's okay if the ball takes her into the base path or she already has the ball, but we're just looking where she's set up before the ball's in her glove.
We are trying to get some clarification on the addendum from last year to this year. It basically reads something like, if it wasn't impacting the play, though, because that was the big headache for softball fans was, well, yeah, I get she was obstructing, but she would have been out anyway.
Right.
So the addendum this year addresses that as we see Alex Leap, our home plate umpire, come out with a decision.
The call on the field will stand, and the run does not score.
Deanna Jennings gets tagged out at third. Kruger does not score, but Kyrie Rodriguez with a 2-run bomb gives Duke the lead. We are through 2. Welcome back here on Thursday night. An obstruction, the word of the day so far. No, the word of the day is Kyrie Rodriguez home run to give Duke a 2-run lead, but at the last half of that inning, Duke had some momentum, but got out of it were the Who's. And potentially a controversial obstruction call. So we'll take a look. Deanna Jennings slides into third base as Ariel Kruger is attempting to score. Bella Cabral in possession of the ball. Immediately head coach Taylor White, or excuse me, associate coach, third base coach Taylor White, holding the arm out, indicating obstruction. The rules changed slightly from the leading edge language to be if it didn't impact the play. Yes, she can block the bag, but then if she has the softball and it doesn't impact the result of the play, it is no obstruction. So where do you sit on it, DJ?
No, and I think that's the key there, right? She had the ball. It didn't really impact the play. Deanna Jennings was pretty far out, like by a step or more, and so I'm good with that call.
Yeah, and the call, I mean, the rule, this rule was made such that if Bella Cabral is in a position where Deanna Jennings slides into her here without the ball and then tags her before she's able to get to the base, or she impedes that move to the base, that's obstruction. To me, I agree. I don't think that particular play met the criteria. to overturn that call as we see Jaden Griffith, the freshman who made a wonderful play out in right field in the last half inning. 0-2 count against Bradshaw. This one dribbled to the right side. Amina Vega bobbles it. And just a little bit of hesitation, and Jaden Griffith with the wheels finds her way on in the 9 spot.
Yeah, I love this slap by Jaden Griffith, using the ground. Gets a tough hop on Amina Vega and unable to come up with it cleanly and make the play.
Now, Deja, I know you know, but as the day goes on, that dirt gets hard and those hops become unpredictable.
Definitely, and that's where we talk about like charging the ball, right? Not letting the ball take too many hops on you. And some of those plays are tough where you get the in-between hop and you can't really get it on the short hop or a good long hop there, but definitely the dirt plays a big factor at this field.
Drill up the middle, Bradshaw stabs it but throws it away. Griffith, rounding second, Layla Lamar will pick it up, but Griffith all the way to third base. Bradshaw stabs a line drive, but the errant throw, a 2-base error.
Yeah, Bradshaw does a great job of getting her glove up there and making this catch, and I think she maybe has a little bit more time. She rushes the throw, gets way away from Jayla Stafford, and that's great base running right there to get all the way around to third by Griffith.
Yeah, and we had pitchers who were teammates. Neither of us were pitchers, but they always would talk about, throwing underhand and then having to switch to throw overhand. I think, it took me a while to believe that, but I do believe that. I think it is a hard transition, especially when you're rushed. Bradshaw rushed there, and Griffith, UVA, taking advantage on the doorstep to score 1. Here is Cassidy Hudson, 0 for 1 on the night. Here's the 1-0. Center cut, 1-1 the count. Bradshaw done a really good job of attacking the zone against this UVA offense.
I think that's big for the Duke staff. That's one thing that they've struggled with, is a lot of the free passes, and so for her to come out and pound the zone, that's really good for the Duke staff.
And Bradshaw makes the adjustment, fields the ground ball, checks Griffith at third, and gets Hudson. You can see the smile from the redshirt freshman.
Fielding her position, making up for that last play. Yep, does a good job of making sure that Griffith's not going anywhere, and makes a good throw over to Stafford. The ball has a way of finding you after a mistake in this game.
That's exactly right. Macy Eaton, 2 outs. Jaden Griffith got on with a single to start this inning. Well, actually, is it an error? Yeah, they called it an error. Sorry. An error. Jaden Griffith made her way to third base. This one check swing, called a strike by Alex Leap. 1-1 the count. Just catches the lower outer edge.
Is it on the swing?
Couldn't tell based on his call, potentially. Here's the 1-1. Just inside. Good pitch to Eaton, and a good take by Eaton.
Yeah, I like that spot by Bradshaw. She's really getting in on Eaton, but better eye.
It's a big opportunity for UVA to cut the lead in half here in the top of the third. 2 outs. Griffith on third. This one right back inside. Ball 2. Duke appeals the swing over to the third base umpire, Roger Potts. We'll take a look.
It's pretty close. I think that's a good hold. I like the aggressive takes, right? Like, you want to be making your decision late. And so those takes by Eaton are really great.
This one does not miss. 3-2 the count. I mean, you got a couple open bags. Obviously, when you circle athletes and say we will not let her beat us, Macy Eaton is at the top of that list as we look at what she's done throughout her career. Look at the development year over year. This one misses away. A free pass given to Macy Eaton, her second of the day, and maybe sort of a, hey, we won't let her beat us. We're not going to give her anything over the plate.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad decision. You don't want to give her something really good to hit in this case. And so, not mad at the walk there.
Head coach Marissa Young and Taylor Wyke, the associate head coach, will come out and have a conversation here with first and third and 2 outs. Bella Cabral, the junior, steps up to the plate. Now, DJ, I'm gonna put you on the spot. First and third. What are you calling? Which play are you calling here?
I can't say I remember the plays. I think you have to be aware of the speed of Griffith at third, right? We're early in this ball game. It's 2-0. This is going to be a close game. We can feel it. And so I think at this point, right, as a Duke staff, you're trying to think about what the Cavaliers are going to do. Are they going to have Eaton pull up at second, get in a rundown, try and get Griffith to have time to score at home? Do you just give second base up to the Cavaliers and protect the runner at third? So there's a lot of options both on defense and offense as base runners that can happen right here. So it'll be interesting to see what both these teams choose to do.
And all of these thoughts going through the mind of head coach Marissa Young, who clearly thinks through them well. 5 straight seasons with 40-plus wins. The Women's College World Series appearance for this team in 2024, which you were on staff for.
I was. It was really fun to be around and see the program get to that point, and I was grateful for every second of it.
Well, here is Bella Cabral, 1-0 the count, 2 outs here in the top of the third. Eaton stays put over at first base. Griffith at third. The cleanup hitter with an opportunity.
Yeah, we talk about maybe pitching around Eaton, but she's followed up with Cabral, which is not an easy batter to face.
Here's the 2-0. Just inside. This one misses in.
Yeah, let's see where this misses here. Bradshaw trying to paint the corners. I like that pitch, maybe a little inside, but I do like that pitch. It's a tough one to hold on.
The 3-0, strike one. Bella Cabral thought she had ball 4. Maybe a makeup call? I don't know.
That does happen in this game, right? We're all human. It's almost on the same spot, just the other side of the plate.
Here's the 3-1. Down in the dirt, Eaton advances to second. Bella Cabral will take the free pass and load up the bases for the senior Kelsey Hackett. 1 for 1 on the day. And it looks like head coach Marissa Young is moving. And we will see KK Mathis. We will step away while we get this ironed out. Duke has the lead, but Virginia threatening in the top of the third. Well, Tuesday was the first pitching appearance for KK Mathis, the redshirt junior. She pitched a full inning, didn't give up a hit, 1 run, 2 walks, 1 punch out. She comes in with the bases loaded against the 17th ranked team in the country.
Yeah, what a spot to be brought into.
Yeah, what do you make of this move, DJ?
I think part of it is, you know, KK Mathis making her first appearance. The Cavaliers don't have a scouting report on her, and so maybe it's kind of a mind game here. She had some good stuff on Tuesday. I will say that off speed that we just saw there coming in for a strike. So we'll see if this pays off for the Duke Blue Devils.
We shall see. Here's the 1-1 from KK Mathis. Flown out, shallow left. Addie Matthews gets the out. out, and KK Mathis, second career appearance, gets a huge out in a big moment. Duke retains the lead. Is that the cast of The Sandlot out there? Well, we welcome you back to Durham. It's 2-0 Duke. And the impact the transfers have had for this Blue Devils team is undeniable.
They have come into the Duke offense and really made a difference here.
Yeah, Marissa Young has picked wisely. Tyrena Jones, the grad student from Purdue, has been massive in terms of a power surge to this offense. Some key clutch hits and some key moments.
Yeah, when you think about development, right? Her last season played at Purdue, she had 5 home runs. This year she's already has 13, batting higher. And so just the development when she came over to Duke has been impressive, and she is really making an impact here.
Here is the 0-2 from Lane. Off speed, dribbled out to the left side. Jones fighting away. As we take a look at this Duke offense.
Yes, they have 58 home runs on the year, which is 3rd in the ACC. Lots of doubles at 66, 600 slugging presented. So they are finding the gaps.
Lane stabs it, fires over to first base to get the first out of the inning. We talked about Tyrena Jones and her offensive prowess, but how about Courtney Lane keeping the grad student off the base path?
Yep, Courtney Lane came in and attacked the zone, got Tyrena Jones maybe chased a little bit outside of it and induced that ground out there.
It doesn't get any easier, though, facing Layla Lamar, the Florida transfer. First pitch is a strike to Lamar. Her first time up, grounded out to the second baseman, Alex Call. Here is the 0-1 from Lane. Rise ball. Layla Lamar was going deep for that one.
Her eyes got big on that one, and that's tough followed up from a changeup right there, but that's a great move vertically.
Here is the 0-2 from Lane. Goes back with the off speed, just a nasty sequence from the senior. Gets the punch out, wow.
That's a great sequence by Lane. Off speed, rise ball back to the off speed through the zone to get Lamar swinging right there.
27, KK Mathis.
Here is the pitcher, KK Mathis. Nails the top of the zone. Courtney Lane continues to attack early. One and one the count. KK Mathis walked her last time up, followed by a Kyrie Rodriguez 2-run home run. Here is 1-1. to the pitcher Mathis. Drilled to the left side, Jade Hilton is there, fires over to Eaton. The Who's get out of the inning. We are through 3 here at Smith Family Softball Stadium. Don't go anywhere. It's 2-0 Devils through 3, but Virginia with some opportunities in the last half.
Yeah, it started with 2 errors from the Duke defense, from Amina Vega and then Ava Bradshaw. Some walks in there. We've talked about wanting to eliminate the free passes that loaded the bases. And then Coach Young makes a big move, brings KK Mathis, who is just making her 2nd appearance as a pitcher ever, into a bases-loaded 2-out situation, and she gets out of it, inducing that fly ball.
Yeah, KK Mathis has been, in other words, a baller for this team in terms of how good she has a utility. As this one is popped up, it's Stafford, the freshman, who gets underneath it. But KK Mathis has played some infield, played some outfield. Should have caught that one too.
Yeah, she's doing it all. It's not a normal pitcher right there running over. I think she wanted to make that play. I don't know if most pitchers are running all the way over there to make that play. But I also love the communication by Stafford in that situation, calling off her pitcher, letting her know she had that ball.
1 pitch, 1 out for KK Mathis here in the top of the 4th. It's Hannah Weismer. Line drive to Amina Vega her last time up. KK Mathis looking like she has been in the circle her whole life.
She's a seasoned pitcher right here.
This one fouled out to the left side. You know, we talked about this Virginia offense. One of the key things that they do is they look at all the data. Hitting coach Jeff Tilka, he gathers all the data and then they share it out with their hitters as needed depending on what they need to focus on. The difficult piece with KK Mathis, there is no data.
None.
And even in college softball, we see the offenses surging. We see the ERAs, like a 3 ERA is great. 10 years ago, for the best pitchers in the country, that was unheard of. And you think about the data, you think about the analytics, you think about these pitching machines who can mimic everything. KK Mathis, they haven't practiced for. Can you speak to how difficult it might be to get on time?
1,000%. I mean, it's something different you haven't seen. You know, you're preparing for this weekend all week. And so when you don't have the data, you don't know what to expect. It can be really difficult as a hitter.
Not difficult for Weismer. Broadcaster's jinx, pitch on the outer half. Weismer gets a good piece through the left side. Her first hit of the day.
But I still love the way that KK Mathis is attacking the zone.
Yeah.
She's doing a job. She's inducing and allowing her defense to make plays behind her.
Yeah, and if you hear us folks at home not being able to describe what pitches KK Mathis is exactly throwing, it's because we have no idea either.
Don't know.
Not enough data points.
Some strikes, some balls.
Here's the 1-0. Called on the outside edge. Hickey, the sophomore, shakes her head.
Yeah, this zone's got to be a little frustrating. That's on the outer edge. Kyrie Rodriguez framing it.
Back pick, not in time to get Weismer.
And again, you see Kyrie Rodriguez going to that pick right now because she has a right-handed batter, so she has a free view of first base without a lefty, and so it's a little bit easier as a catcher to see and make that throw over there.
Off speed of some kind to get Hickey swinging. 1-2 the count.
And also, if you look at the speeds, right, she's throwing in the high 50s, which is a lot slower than some of these other Duke pitchers. And so that alone can be really difficult as a hitter to slow yourself down enough to be able to be on time to these. Like, sometimes you have to tell yourself to be late, slow something down, figure out what you need to do in your timing to be on time to that.
Here is the 2-2. Early for this one, Hickey, the sophomore, fouls it off to the left side. And to that point, DJ, you know, I remember as a freshman, catching pitchers who hit 66 and being like, wow, like this is a good day. Megan Good, an All-American at James Madison, was hitting 70, 71. Now that feels like somewhat normal as we see the free pass given up to Hickey, who works the count. First and second for the Who's. But now, I mean, to your point, so used to seeing mid-60s, up to 70s. Not very used to seeing 58, 59 consistently, as head coach Marissa will take a walk out to speak to her pitcher, Mathis. And my question is too, DJ, when did KK start doing bullpens?
Right. I mean, and I was thinking about this because they played, Duke played Stanford Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm assuming Monday's maybe an off day. You have a midweek against Campbell on Tuesday, and that's when KK pitches. So I'm not sure when the preparation started, but she's out there and doing a good job.
Yeah, head coach Marissa Young, that's why she gets paid the big bucks, as we see Cassidy Curd in the circle, in the bullpen for this Duke team. I imagine, you know, even giving the opportunity to KK Mathis without the data points of in-game experience really shows you the trust she has in KK. But also, Lacia's probably not crazy long. Probably a leverage position to get some out somewhere. As Virginia knocking on the door, Jaden Griffith, the freshman who singled her last time up. This one flown out to left. It's shallow. Addie Matthews right underneath of it. Second out of the inning, Griffith with speed. This Duke outfield playing shallow and right in perfect position.
Right, the reason that Matthews is able to make this play is because she's already playing shallow. You know, reading the scouting report, knowing maybe it's off the end of the Cavaliers' bat, so they may be blooping in there, knowing the analytics again, and being able to make that out on defense.
Her tallest test yet, Addie Matthews out and left. May get some action here against Jade Hilton, the All-American senior. Ball low and away, 1-1 the count. 2 outs, first and second for Jade Hilton at the top of this lineup. Virginia has had some opportunities, have not capitalized yet. Here is the 1-1. This one away to Hilton, 53 miles per hour. Looks like her off speed.
I'm gonna guess off speed there.
Hilton, look how far she is off the plate. Foul ball drilled out to left.
Yeah, I think KK Mathis maybe leaves this a little bit too much on the white of the plate, and Jade Hilton gets a lot of that, but just a little early pulls it foul.
And to me, when you look at how far Jade Hilton is off the plate, she's begging them to throw in. And so that's where, if you're not used to pitching, and you don't make that adjustment, you don't see that live and shake that off, you can be lured into that. I mean, if Jade Hilton is just a tad later, that is a 3-run home run. Virginia has the lead. But we go full. 3-2, 2 outs. Runners will be on the move. Weismer at second base, who singled. Reagan Hickey, the sophomore, the free pass. Jade Hilton, 3-2 is the count. 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Here is the pitch. Strike 3 is called. KK Mathis punches out the All-American.
What a pitch by KK Mathis, coming up huge in this spot for Duke. Maybe an off speed on the outside corner and gets Hilton looking.
Has pitched well and done it with some nasty stuff.
Yeah, this sequence right here was awesome. We have the off-speed for a strike over the plate, then goes way up and gets Lamar to chase right back to the off-speed on the outside corner for the strikeout.
Courtney Lane, the senior, having a career year in the circle, leading the ACC in ERA, leading her team in workload. There's some other really good pitchers for this Virginia team, but Courtney Lane and her development has allowed her to go further and be critical for this Virginia team.
Yes, Courtney Lane has gotten better every year with the Cavaliers. Today, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, but she has been a workhorse for them in the circle.
This one, a backdoor curveball to Kyrie Rodriguez, who hit a 2-run home run to give Duke the only runs it scored tonight. Here's the 1-2 to Rodriguez. Curveball up, high cheddar. Courtney Lane with a punch out.
Stepping into the batter's box for your Blue Devils, 72.
Yeah, this is a great pitcher's pitch by Courtney Lane. Again, working vertically up through the zone to get Kyrie Rodriguez missing way under that ball.
Here is Jayla Stafford, the freshman. She was hit by pitch her first time up, but Courtney Lane, to go back to that, we looked at the nasty sequence to the lefties, but how about the righties? I mean, the backdoor curveball at the outside edge to then tunnel that pitch with the rise ball that they feel like they have to chase to get. And then you mix in that you have to think about that changeup in the back of your head. That's what makes Lane so good.
Yeah, it's tough as a hitter. And then trying to foul those pitches off right there like Stafford does. I mean, that's a pretty good job of just getting your bat on the ball. It's a little bit of a more protective swing that I would like than in the count she was in. Now she's in 0-2, right? Like now, you don't want to make the umpire throw you out of the game. You want to be protective, and so that's the swing that we want to see in this count.
The 0-2 up and away. Griffith underneath it. Out number 2. DJ, were you someone that liked to know what the pitches that the pitcher likes to throw are and kind of pick a curveball or pick a drop ball, or were you a pick a side of the plate kind of gal?
I like to see the patterns they threw. I was a lefty batter, and so I like to see the patterns, and it depended on the pitcher. I think I usually I tried to beat them at their best pitch when I could, or pick a side of the plate.
And can you speak to the mentality of being down 2 strikes? You know, you've seen a pitcher that can go away with heat, can go up with heat, can also pull the string on the changeup. How do you manage your body and be able to battle off all those pitches?
It's a difficult task. I think you have to try and set yourself on hitting one pitch, but at the same time being able to make that late decision to foul off a pitch. And so I think that's where when we see players take aggressive takes, that's what I love to see, because it means they're deciding last minute not to swing. And so I think when you get in that 0-2 count, that's kind of where your mindset needs to be as a hitter.
The 1-1 off the plate. I mean, I keep calling you DJ. Dejanay, teammate. What pitchers come to mind when you think of who maybe had your number in terms of getting you out? I know it's a short list.
Valerie Cagle had my number. I dreaded facing her.
This one dribbled over to the left side. Jade Hilton picks it up, fires it over. Virginia gets out of the inning through 4. We'll talk more about who freshened DJ on the other side of things here in Durham, North Carolina. Speaking of Valerie Cagle and some of the best in the ACC, take a look at the list of players who will play in the AUSL. It actually will be interesting. The Carolina Blaze will call Smith Family Stadium here in Durham home, along with DBAP, Durham Baseball Athletic Park. Former teammates on there for both of us. What do you make of the AUSL? What are you most excited about as being a Durham native yourself?
I mean, I'm just excited for the sport of softball. It's growing so much, and the atmosphere here is going to be electric. I'm just so excited to be able to come and cheer on some of my former teammates and see the game of softball grow.
Absolutely. The only tip I have with that graphic is that Caroline Jacobson was her logo said Clemson. She actually went to Duke too, so she transferred there while we were teammates. So, you know, not holding any grudges against her, but you know.
We would like to claim her.
We would like to claim her. Here's the 2-0 to Cassidy Hudson. KK Mathis, 26 pitches in. Scoreless innings so far. Came in with the bases loaded in the 3rd. Got out of the jam, stayed out for the 4th. Got out of that jam. And here she is in the 5th. 3-1 the count to the 2-hole senior in Cassidy Hudson.
Yeah, we've talked about how good KK Mathis is all over the field for this Duke lineup, and I think it just speaks to her competitive nature.
This one drilled to the right side, but Jayla Stafford stabs it. Taps first base, and another first out. So critical as a defense.
Those first outs are huge. Jayla Stafford does a good job of going to her backhand side, picking the ball, just stepping on first. Easy play over there.
Here's Macy Eaton. First pitch low and away.
When we talk about getting that first out, it's especially crucial when you're at this point of the lineup with the Cavaliers. You don't want to give them people on base to be able to hit in, and so that is a big first out for KK Mathis.
Absolutely, and especially you mentioned this part of the lineup, but also this part of the game. You get to the last sort of 9 outs of the inning, I mean, to face Macy Eaton with 1 out already in your back pocket, base is empty. It's an ideal situation if you're KK Mathis, as this one paints the inside edge. Mathis not afraid to go into the lefty Eaton. Here is the 1-2. Change up, low and away, just misses. KK Mathis just gaming it out there right now.
I love those deep breaths by Eaton, just getting herself centered, calm, and stepping right back in the box.
Eaton, one of the best hitters in the country. 2-2. Takes it inside, 3-2, the count runs full. We've talked about it already. Macy Eaton, a ton of power, but also the plate discipline, unmatched.
Unmatched, 2 walks, and so you know she wants a pitch to hit, right? She's out there. You don't hit 490 on the year by not wanting to be up there and getting strikes. She gets one here.
Away, it's picked up by Jessica Oakland, tossed over. KK Mathis continues to collect outs against one of the best hitters in the country. This one looks like a changeup that goes up and in and almost jams her up.
Yeah, it looks like Eaton's a little late on this pitch, and that's what induces that ground out to Jess Oakland. Credit and tip your hat off to KK Mathis.
You know, KK Mathis doesn't have any college stats of her in the circle, but I bet you her family, her friends that might be listening in are like, she was a great pitcher in high school and growing up. And you can see it here, an absolute competitor for this Duke team. No fear for number 27. Here's the 1-0 to Bella Cabral. Paints the outside edge. KK Mathis continues to paint the river, and she gets the call.
That she does. Again, in the river over there, Kyrie Rodriguez framing it up and getting that call.
Yeah, I'm definitely, I would say, biased towards hitters in terms of the strike zone. I always think, I'm like, oh my goodness, that was a ball. But a nice pitch, and when you put it there and you establish that part of the plate that it's gonna be a strike, go back.
Why not?
And then as an offense, I mean, we talked about this early in this game, you gotta communicate with each other, and if it's gonna be called a strike, then you gotta make adjustments.
That's the strike zone. Whatever the umpire decides is the strike zone this game, that's what it is. And so being able to communicate to batters in the dugout so that you don't go up there expecting maybe a tighter zone, right? Like you just know, okay, the river's gonna get called today. I need to be able to put a bat on that ball.
Bella Cabral takes the free pass, her 23rd on the year, which leads the team. And Kelsey Hackett will step up to the plate. Singled in the second, flew out to left in the third, off of KK Mathis. Another opportunity for Virginia, but with 2 outs, their backs against the wall. Early on that one, Hackett fouls it off to the left side, 0-1.
And I'd be curious to see, as the Cavaliers come up a second time against KK Mathis, what kind of adjustments they make, if they're able to slow down to the speed a little bit and be a little bit later and barrel up balls. And so again, going back to being able to communicate and make adjustments at bat to at bat is important.
Popped up left side, Tyrena Jones underneath of it. KK Mathis, another clean inning. Duke keeps the lead 2-0 over UVA. The senior Courtney Lane goes 4 innings, only giving up 2 earned runs. It was the 2-run bomb by Kyrie Rodriguez. And she passes the softball to Taylor Smith, the freshman from Maryland. DJ, what do you have on Taylor?
Yeah, Taylor's got 15 appearances, 5 wins. That's really good to see as a freshman. She's gonna work a rise, curve, and change, and I'm looking for her to attack the zone early right here.
Taylor Smith's first pitch is a strike to Deanna Jennings. As we take a look, you said it, 65 to 67, and the key is to attack the zone early, especially against the Duke offense. Arm side run away evens the count at 1-1. Lane gets through 4 innings pitched well. I mean, what do you make of this decision by Hardin?
I think a part of it is you don't want the Duke lineup to see her for a 3rd time. I would say that's a big decision right here. Getting a little bit more barrels, and so give them a different look.
Absolutely. And the new look flies out Deanna Jennings for Taylor Smith. And, you know, yes, it's critical the 3rd time through and late in this game. You don't want any more damage, but also the series. This is a 3-game series, and so we've talked about the more data points you get on a pitcher as a hitter, the better off you are. And this Virginia bullpen is deep. Look at the numbers for the top 2. We see Amina Vega almost batting 500. I think that's pretty good.
I think so, maybe. And not to mention that the batter in front of her, Deanna Jennings, batting just about the same. 453 on the season.
And you played with these two as a veteran. I mean, to see their growth from freshman year to now, you know, how would you describe it?
I think more than anything, I'm just proud of them. It's really awesome to see players come into their own, to start taking leadership, lead the team, and then also just to have killer senior seasons like they're having. Could you ask for more as a player?
I don't think you could. You couldn't ask for more in this count. 3-0 to Taylor Smith. That one just missed off the outside edge. Here is the 3-0. Paints the outside corner. I think you were talking about something wonderful, but that pitch before, I did notice that it looked very close, and Smith might have wanted it, but instead, 3-1 the count to Amina Vega, the senior All-American. This one up and in, the free pass to Vega. Smith's first walk of the evening.
Stepping up to the plate for the Blue Devils, number 9, Jessica Oakland.
And you have to pitch to both Deanna Jennings and Amina Vega, because right behind those two, you got Jess Oakland. As we see, a change will be made. Taylor Smith, the freshman, only pitches to Deanna Jennings and Amina Vega before we will see the senior, looks like Eden Bigham, in the circle. We will step aside and introduce you to Bigham. Don't go anywhere. Eden Bigham, the senior for this Virginia team, takes the circle. 1 out, runner off first base, and boy, has the senior been good.
That she has. She's definitely a veteran out there in the circle for the Cavaliers, and so I'm not surprised by them going to her in this moment.
Fake punt gets past Hickey. Vega scores there. We'll take a look.
Yeah, Jess Oakland does a good job of coming back into Hickey's eyes with the fake bunt, disrupting her viewpoint of the ball. And I think that's part of the reason that that ball gets past her, although she definitely wants that back.
Absolutely. We'll take a look at the scouting report for the senior.
Yeah, Eden Began's gonna have a rise, fast change, and a drop. She's in the upper 60s with elite movement that we'll look to see here.
There is that elite movement, arm side up in the hands of Jess Oakland. Interesting call there to me to give her the bunt. It didn't look like it was a prescribed fake bunt on that first pitch. I don't know if you saw the same thing, but now Oakland definitely getting the green light with Vega at second.
Definitely. Yeah, and sometimes at this point in the game, you just want to move the runner into scoring position. I mean, Duke has a lot of sticks in their lineup, and so maybe the idea is to just get Vega into scoring position, but I can say that I'm excited to see Oakland swing the bat.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think down 2, you know, Jess Oakland, really good.
I'm negating that.
The count runs full, 3-2 to Jess Oakland. And maybe catch him off guard. I mean, we see how far, obviously it's 2 strikes now, but Bella Cabral, third baseman for Virginia, playing back. And it could have been Jess Oakland's decision. Here's the 3-2. Change up, low and away. Oakland with the plate discipline to earn the free pass.
Two runners on, stepping up to the plate for the Blue Devils. Number 1, Tyrena Jones.
And here is Tyrena Jones, who has been on an offensive tear. Bigham goes with the off speed. 1-0 the count, 1 out, first and second. Amina Vega got on with a free pass. Jess Oakland right behind her. 67 in on the hands of Jones.
When we talk about the sequencing, I love that decision by the Cavaliers to go up and in against Jones and get the swing and miss.
Right back with the heat. 1-2 the count. The last time that these two teams played, 2024, Duke, at the time, third-ranked team in the country, Eden Bigham, put the team on her back, and Virginia ended up winning the series. And she does it again here. It's the Cheddar. Bigham, the senior, gets the punch out.
That is a big strikeout by the senior right there to get Tyrena Jones on the up spin. That's some great movement up in the zone.
Blue Devils, number 7, Layla Lamar.
Difficult to lay off of, even more difficult to hit. Here is Layla Lamar. This one drills her. Loads the bases. Bigham tries to go curveball in.
There's the hit by pitch you're looking for.
There you go. Listen, I was talking about the ones that are kind of close and kind of gotta make it look like they hit you.
Not at all.
This one, I don't think you need to do any Oscar performance. Layla Lamar takes that one. That hurt, but hey, bruises are temporary. On base percentage is forever. 2 outs, KK Mathis will face Eden Bigham with a chance to extend Duke's lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Here is the 1-0 to Mathis. Changeup down in the dirt, blocked up by Reagan Hickey.
Yeah, Reagan Hickey does a great job of keeping that ball in front of her. You have to in this situation. Vega's got some speed over there at third, and so she does a great job just keeping the ball down in the dirt in front of her.
Drilled to left center field, off the wall. Amina Vega will score, Oakland will score, and Jessica Oakland also scores, but it's KK Mathis who hits it. She does it all.
She does it all. She's done it all this game.
That's gonna sound great on Twitter. I'm sorry, KK. She's just done so much. A 2-run double for the redshirt junior.
2-0 count, that is a batter's count, and she is expecting a strike. On time, barrels it to the wall. I love the energy. Look at that. Having a fun time out there.
I would be too. I mean, both sides of the ball, this is like a little leaguer's dream. I mean, you come in at a tight spot. Oh, they're gonna run for KK. And it's Aaliyah Terrell who will pinch run for KK Mathis. Duke with the 4-run lead here in the bottom of the 5th.
Once again, fans at the plate for Duke, 32, Kyrie Rodriguez.
Here is Kyrie Rodriguez. A 2-run shot in the 2nd, a strikeout in the 4th. As we take a look at what she did earlier.
Yeah, back in the 2nd, Kyrie Rodriguez did not miss. She went down and got this pitch and drives it to left center field at Smith Family Stadium.
Another 2-out opportunity for Duke. Up 4 here in the bottom of the 5th. This one cut on and fouled off to the right side. 1-2 the count. The inning began with a pitching change. Taylor Smith came in for Courtney Lane. Deanna Jennings flew out to left, followed by 2 free passes to Amina Vega and Jess Oakland.
And when you think about the free passes, that's what burns you, right? Like, those are the runs that have scored here, and so you want to eliminate them to the best of your ability because you just want to give your defense a shot to make plays.
Here's the 2-2 with 2 outs to Kyrie Rodriguez. Flown out to the left side, Cabral tracks over, it's Hilton as well. They run out of room. We will reset. Here is the 2-2. Bigham, high cheddar again, gets the punch out, gets out of the jam, but not before KK Mathis. A 2-run double to give her team the 4-run lead. We will see if she goes out in the circle to try to protect it. Well, Deja, KK can do it all.
And she's done it all today, stepping up in the circle for the Blue Devils, getting them energized with some big time outs, and then here, a double off the left center wall to drive in 2 runs for the Devils last inning.
Yeah, it's remarkable. I mean, you look offensively, 2 RBI double in the 5th inning to extend the lead and give herself more cushion. In the circle, she has been nothing short of incredible against this Virginia offense. And she starts out the first pitch to Alex Call with a strike here in the top of the 6th. 6 out of 10 first pitch strikes. I know we talked about when we played together that 70% mark is the goal, but 60% not bad.
Not bad for your second appearance in a Duke uniform.
Yeah, in college.
Yeah, ever.
Now in right field for the Blue Devils, number 42, Brooklyn Thomas.
Here's the 1-1 to Call. Goes arm side in. This one's drilled up to center field. Deanna Jennings makes it a close play, but Alex Call leads off this inning with a single.
Yeah, and that's what the Cavaliers want at this point in the game. Get your leadoff batter on, get something going with the bats, and just pass the bat. Hitting is contagious, and so that's what they're hoping to do here.
You see Brooklyn Thomas coming into right for Layla Lamar. A late inning defensive shift for the Blue Devils. And Deja, she's not just throwing strikes, she's painting corners. That's really hard to do.
I mean, I've never done it myself, but I'm gonna assume it's hard to do. And she's doing a great job.
Off speed gets her to bite. She's painting corners, she's pulling the string, she's getting ahead. I mean, if you're this Virginia coaching staff, what are you telling your offense right now?
I think we're trying, keep it simple, right? See a strike and put your best swing on it. I think a big thing right now is probably getting on time to your pitch, right? She's mixing in the off speed and her quicker stuff, so I would try and time up one of them and try and capitalize on that.
Doesn't time up that one. KK Mathis follows up the off speed with some cheddar on the outside edge to get the punch out.
It's been so impressive. Again, painting this corner to get the swing and miss. That is a great pitcher's pitch right there. Look at KK Mathis.
And it looks like head coach Marissa Young may make a change here. As we see Cassidy Curd, the senior lefty, walking onto the field. What a job by KK Mathis. You're gonna hear this Duke crowd go wild.
I believe it. They're on their feet. And she deserves it. I mean, it's impressive to come in as a seasoned pitcher and do what she did in the position she was put in. And to come in your second appearance ever as a collegiate athlete, it is truly impressive.
It's remarkable. I mean, the line speaks for itself. No earned runs, a couple walks, a couple punch outs, but to me the key was she attacked the zone early and often, she pulled the string, and she just competed.
Absolutely. I think I said this earlier, but I think it just speaks to her competitive nature as a player.
Yep, another senior for this team with some competitive nature. Cassidy Curd, the lefty, takes the softball for Duke.
Thus, Duke fans are not strangers to Cassidy Curd, and almost 90 innings pitched on the season for the Blue Devils. She works in the upper 60s, hammers up in the zone with some curve, and she'll mix in the changeup every once in a while.
And she really is, in a lot of ways, the dichotomy of KK Mathis. KK, a righty, throws slow. Cassidy Curd, the lefty, throws hard. But another element of it, too, to me, is they have prepared for Cassidy Curd. They have seen a machine from the left side that hits the upper 60s, that can curve it, that can move it up. And so it'll be interesting to see how this Virginia team adjusts to Cassidy Curd. First pitch away. Top of the 6th, 1 out, 1 on. Duke with the 4-run lead. Reagan Hickey, the sophomore catcher, will step up to the plate and try to get her team back into this game. Here is the 1-0. This one fouled to the right side. Off the bleachers, don't see a fan make a diving play. Here is the 1-1 to Reagan Hickey. Ball 2. Hickey, 7 home runs on the year. Curd likes to work up in the zone.
Yeah, definitely feeds into that. The up in the zone pitches, if you're on time too, tend to get out of the park a little bit more than something down, which Curd just went to there.
Here's the 3-1 to Reagan Hickey. Right down Broadway.
Finds a lot of the wide of the plate on that one.
The count runs full, 3-2, 1 out. Alex Call singles her way onto first base. Here is the 3-2 pitch. Drilled left, deep, and gone! Reagan Hickey. Not 6-7, but 7-8 for her 8th long ball on the year, and Virginia right back in this game.
Yeah, this ball by Curd left just way too much over the plate, and Hickey does not miss. I don't even think Matthews ran all the way back to the wall. I think most people in this ballpark knew it was gone off the bat, energizing the Cavaliers and getting them right back into this game.
It just takes one. The sophomore gets her team right back into this game, scoring 2 with a 2-run shot. Jaden Griffith in the 9th spot steps up to the plate. 1 out here in the top of the 6th.
I think what I'm seeing right now with Curd, I'd like to see her hit the corners a little bit more. I think there's some balls that are way out of the zone, and then we're hitting a little bit too much of the white on the plate with our strikes right now.
Yeah, and I think it's a great lesson for any young softball players out there, young pitchers especially. You don't have to throw 70 miles per hour to be effective. KK Mathis just proved it. You can hit the spots, you can nibble the edges, and you could be really successful. This one's drilled to the left side, and Alex Sleep, our home plate umpire, has called Jaden Griffith out of the box. So it will be a dead ball. And out.
We
Alex
have the
Sleep
batter
right
out
on
of the
top.
box. That is his 3rd strike, and she is out.
Yep, if you take a look at her back foot, it's almost on the plate, so that's a good call by the umpires right here.
Yeah, and the rule has changed over the last couple of years to if the foot was out of the box and you make contact, you are out. Now it is a strike, but with 2 strikes, Griffith there, that is the 3rd strike. And a chop single to the left side. There's no more. 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the 6th for Jade Hilton, one of the best batters in this Virginia lineup. This one fouled straight back. Hilton on time for 67. I mean, what a move by head coach Marissa Young. I mean, it's clear that they're on time for Cassidy Curd, but having KK Mathis in those high leverage middle innings to give depth it's remarkable.
Yeah, give Cassidy Curd some more time so that the Virginia Cavaliers don't see her as much in this game. Again, we've talked about it. This is a 3-game series, and so the more you see a pitcher, the better you're going to get as the weekend goes, right? You get on time, you know what to expect, and so that is huge.
This one flown out to right. Deanna Jennings goes back. It's Brooklyn Thomas underneath to make the catch. Duke gives up 2. And it's Reagan Hickey with the bomb out to left to cut the lead in half. We are through 6. Duke picks up the bats. We have got ourselves a ball game in this top 20 matchup in the ACC. Duke with the 4-2 lead, but Virginia bats heating up. Reagan Hickey with the bomb in the the last half inning to cut the lead to 2. What a game.
Yeah, both these teams have been putting up a lot of runs, and I knew it was going to be a good game and a tight game, but the pitching has really showed out today.
Yeah, what a chess match between head coach Marissa Young for the Duke Blue Devils and head coach Joanna Harden for Virginia. Eden Bigham, the veteran, one of the best pitchers in the ACC, comes in late to relieve Taylor Smith, who relieved Courtney Lane. On the other side of things, Ava Bradshaw started the game for Duke, who was relieved by KK Mathis, making her second appearance as a college softball pitcher ever. Now she passes the ball to Cassidy Curd, who gives up the 2-run shot to Virginia.
Yeah, these are two.
This one drilled out to right center field. It's going back, it's gone! Jayla Stafford goes Oppo Taco to give her team a little bit more cushion.
Jayla Stafford, the freshman, steps up big and responds, takes this pitch that's up and middle and just drives it out of the park. She is on time for this pitch. Responding back, that's big.
That's huge. And you could see the emotion from Jayla Stafford. On time for that pitch off Bigham. And the momentum shifting of this game has been interesting as well. It really has felt like it's been in Duke's dugout for the majority of the game. And then when KK Mathis comes in, it's sort of like, oh boy, what are we gonna see here? And then the momentum stays in the Duke dugout. Last half inning, it swings back to Reagan Hickey and this Virginia team who's hitting the ball well. And now Jayla Stafford said, give me the momentum back.
Leading off with the home run will do that.
Here is Addie Matthews, another freshman in this Duke lineup. Works the count 2-1 to the senior Bigham. Fouled out to the right side. A tad late on that one, 67 miles per hour from Eden Bigham. Here is the 2-2 to Addie Matthews. Foul back again. Bigham continuing to work up in the zone to these right-handers.
Yeah, and Matthews looks a little late on multiple pitches in a row, and that's something you'd like to see from a batter is recognizing I'm late 2 pitches in a row. Let me be a little bit earlier, maybe earlier than I even think I need to be.
Changeup just misses away, and you got to wonder if there's an element. She's late on the fastball because she's thinking about that changeup in the back of her head.
It definitely could be, and especially we don't know what these hitters are hunting.
Right.
Addie Matthews could be hunting the changeup and then being late on the fast stuff. It makes a lot of sense.
And a nasty curveball to follow up the off-speed by Eden Bigham. Wow.
That's a great pitch by Bigham. Great sequence again from a Virginia Cavalier. Off the plate and gets Matthews to chase.
Bigham having to face the top of the order for this Duke team, Deanna Jennings. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. One for 3 on the night. A single back in the 2nd inning for Jennings. This one's dribbled over to the right side. Great jump by Alex Call.
Yeah, it looks like a close play over at first.
Wow, I almost didn't make a call because I was shocked by the call. That one was really close. We'll take a look.
The play at first is under review.
Yeah, Deanna Jennings moving her feet, going to the slap. I love the way that Call gets rid of this ball. Looks like she gets it into Eaton's glove before Jennings gets her foot on the base. stretch. Yeah, I think she's out there.
Definitely a tight call, but Alex call. What a great play.
That's a great play. I mean, going.
That was quick.
Yeah, umpires made a decision real fast on this one.
The play at first was confirmed out. Duke is out of challenges.
You heard it there from Roger Potts. Duke out of challenges. In the bottom of the 6th, you get 2, and if you win those, you retain them. A new rule this year, but now Duke completely out late into this game. What do you think about that move there to challenge that call?
I mean, it's late in the game. It's hard to decide. You'd hope that that doesn't come back to bite the Blue Devils, but it's a close call. And Deanna Jennings, Amina Vega, the back-to-back, I mean, you want Jennings on the base. So
right.
I'm not upset about trying to get that safe call or doing what we can to try and get the safe call. And this is why you want to get it. Look at Deanna Jennings and Amina Vega leading this Duke team and in the record books on hits.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's kind of an either-or, and it's so interesting with softball. And before we even go there, let's look at who's on the, I don't want to say bottom, it's the 4th-ranked person on the list, the bottom of the list, Deja Davis, my partner here. Change up. Strike 1, 2-1 the count, but it's interesting. That's a tough call because you see the emotion from Coach Watkins over at first base. You see the emotion of Deanna Jennings. You trust them that, hey, that if they feel like, yes, that's safe all day. But you want that changeup in your back pocket for defensively, potentially, as this one's flied out to left. Kelsey Hackett underneath of it. Virginia gets out of the jam, but not before Jayla Stafford with the solo shot.
Yeah, Stafford did not miss on this pitch, left up in middle, and gets Duke to respond.
It's crunch time in Durham. Duke up 5-2, Virginia down to its last at-bat as we see a home run ball potentially being absolutely gouged.
It's a dog
by
toy now.
By that ferocious animal.
Top of the 17th and leading off for the Virginia Cavaliers, number 1, Cassidy Hudson.
What a cute dog. It's Cassidy Hudson who leads things off for this Virginia team here in game 1 of a 3-game series on Easter weekend. A lot of implications for ACC standings. We are just over a month away from the ACC softball tournament being hosted by the Virginia Cavaliers up in Charlottesville.
Yeah, and this is Duke is 2nd right now in the ACC, Virginia 3rd. They're a game behind because of a canceled game they had with Florida State sitting at the top. And it's interesting because neither one of these ball programs are going to play Florida State this year for a series.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And it doesn't get necessarily easier. I know they don't play Florida State, but Virginia, Duke this weekend, the rivals in Virginia Tech next weekend in the Commonwealth Clash. Then you got Clemson, and then you got NC State. And so a lot is undecided. It's anybody's game. in the ACC right now. The 3-1 paints the middle part of the zone. Cassidy Curd works it back full. A huge pitch here. Here is the payoff pitch, Curd to Hudson. Fastball paints the outside edge. Curd with the strikeout. And the first out here in the 7th.
Yeah, Curd does a great job going away from Hudson on this. Maybe a backdoor or curveball. Sometimes as a lefty, it's hard to see the ball coming across the lefty's pitcher, the lefty-lefty matchup, but Curd doing a great job of hitting that corner, which we were looking to see from her last inning.
A huge pitch there, and they're going to need Cassidy Curd through the rest of ACC play as we take a look at the standings. Duke and Virginia, 2 and 3. You mentioned that gap. Virginia only playing 11 games because of the Syracuse game that got canceled. Virginia Tech, the rivals of Virginia, right behind. Virginia Tech playing Clemson at home right now. We'll have to get a look at those scores. Clemson leading 4-2 in the bottom of the 7th.
Another good game.
Here's the 1-1 to Macy Eaton. 67 fouled off. And for Duke, they have to face North Carolina at North Carolina. That's a rivalry matchup that you and I both know very well. And then it's Boston College, and then it's Clemson at home before the ACC tournament. They'll also host Tennessee, which will be a big RPI potential opportunity for this Duke team.
That is a game circled on my calendar, for sure.
Virginia ranked 12th in USA Today NFCA polls. Duke ranked 23rd. Right matched up in the ESPN poll at 18 and 19. This one misses into Macy Eaton.
I like the spot by Cassidy Curd challenging Eaton, coming in on her hands like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Got nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose. It's a good call and good take, but I do like that challenge of that pitch.
Here is the payoff pitch to Eaton. Up and away, gets her chasing. Curd's second strikeout of the inning. Smiling after the high cheddar.
Oh yeah, that's a pitch to smile about and an out to smile about. This is a huge out to get in on the up and pitch by Curd.
Gosh, and you could feel that Eaton knew it immediately as she let the barrel release behind her.
We've all been there.
We have. This one's flying out to right. Amina Vega underneath it. And Duke takes the game 1. Deja, a back and forth matchup. KK Mathis comes in the game, second college appearance ever. Cassidy Curd shuts the door, and the 8th win versus a ranked opponent this season. What did you make of game 1?
I was most impressed by KK Mathis. I think you said it. She did it all. The decisions by the Duke coaching staff, when to bring them in and out, I think was really critical here. And to keep a really hot Cavalier lineup, and especially that top of the lineup, off the board in the way they did, I was impressed with the Duke Blue Devils tonight.
I was too. Duke takes the 5-2 victory in game 1. They will play game 2 tomorrow, 6 p.m. on ACC Network Extra. For my partner, Deja Davis, for myself, Rain Wilson, and our entire crew, thank you and have a great night.